it's a game of leapfrog. I mean, we're really all just slaves to that algorithm, right? I mean, it's really, as far as subscriber count, if that matters, at all, it's just a game of leapfrog. People are constantly leapfrogging each other.
Yeah,
is what it is.
Well, in 2019, early to midway through, I was quite confused because we were growing really quickly. But Ducky and CG, for that matter, were accelerating at an unparalleled pace. It was mad. But I was wondering why that is. It was the 2.8 boost, really, more than anything. But also, we all started from quite low numbers and grew really quickly. But the video output rate definitely had something to do with it, because I was putting out about, say, half the amount of videos as Ducky, and my growth rate was about 50% of Ducky's as well. So it was there was a direct relation there. So the speed to put out videos definitely had a massive impact on the sub count, and it peaked, I think, around August, which is coincidentally when I put out my video with the CG Boost affiliate, which did really well. So just by blind luck or whatever, that was really good timing.
I mean, that was the 2.8 release, wasn't it? August last year.
Yeah, it's about a year ago now. That's right.
Mad.
I also think with the 2-year support, I also think with the 2-year support, you're going to get a lot more people to come over as well. And when you have mainstream YouTubers like Marco Bucci, that's giving Blender tutorials to his millions of followers, and and talking to digital painters and bringing them over to Blender, I think we're going to have a big tidal wave coming in soon.
Definitely.
Wow. Yeah.
And in the East as well, you've got a lot of anime studios picking up Blender now, because we've got Grease Pencil, and we've got more MPR workflows coming in. And I'm seeing so many things on the MPR, the non-photoreal side. People just coming out with these incredible anime scenes, or just Grease Pencil stuff. So
wow.
Yeah, definitely. I did notice that as well when I put up the stylistic grass video, that immediately got picked up by this whole Asian side of the community on Twitter and stuff. So
wow,
really nice. But yeah, as you say, because Blender branches off into all these different other fields as well, especially with 2D art more now, as you say. Yeah, we're definitely going to be seeing a lot more overlap with other audiences. It's going to be bringing lots of people in. But it is funny when you watch a proper mainstream YouTube video and then someone mentions Blender in it and you're like, hey, cool, nice.
I know, it's weird. Yeah, you guys just made a really good point with the massive YouTubers that are coming out saying, hey, check it out, I'm using Blender, and it's getting to their audience and it's pulling in 100,000 people at a time. It's insane.
Yeah, and I like whenever I see stuff like that, I like reading the comments and seeing people oh, what's that software called again? Oh, wow, it looks really cool. Might give that a try. You have no idea and it's how big the community is. You got so much to find.
It's so true, because we're so myopic in our little worlds, and when you realize it's just we're such a small subset of the YouTube audience in general, which is billions, and even just to fathom that number, that quantity is just, it's it doesn't even compute in your head how much a billion is. And it's just realizing that all of these different vectors out there can pull all these different people in, and the community can just expand, and all of a sudden 1 million subscribers is totally possible, and then 2 million, 3 million, 4 million subscribers, because there might be that many people interested in doing this work with Blender. It's outrageous.
Definitely.
I think definitely as you're coming across more platforms as well, like we were saying before about being 2D artists now coming across, that's a whole silo of people that suddenly you can start appealing to, because they're going to start being aware of it as, I don't know, even if it's just doing a 3D block in so that you can do painting over it. Suddenly Blender's a free thing that you can use, and SketchUp isn't really free anymore. So
yeah,
I know.
Loads of people.
It is really cool seeing what you've just said there about using it for blockouts and stuff, and it makes me feel like I've missed out on a bit of 2D art skills, because if I could take my proper renders and then paint over them, I think, oh wow, that'd be really cool. So maybe time should be invested in that. But I wondered, can it work the other way around? he'll do stuff in 2D and then like use that for 3D. I suppose with blueprints and stuff as well. Like if you wanted to model something, you could do concept art. So
I was watching on the I think it's like an NPR podcast. I can't remember the name of it right now. They promote the the beer engine, the new NPR engine that's been developed. So they had like a little demo of someone importing loads of different layers of a 2D painting. So they numbered them in the correct order. And I think they were using Krita to do the painting, and then they imported them as images as planes into Blender, and it like stacked them up. So you ended up with this really cool 3D thing, and then the guy rigged it. So it was just like this amazing, like really quick 2D to 3D animated drawing 3D thing. Damn. I don't know, it was really cool.
No, that sounds amazing.
Well, yeah, that's pretty cool. There's also a Pixel Logic YouTuber named Polygon, and he does collaborations with digital painters as well, and they do 2D work, and then he brings it over to his site and does the 3D work in ZBrush. There's absolutely no reason that couldn't be done in Blender. Absolutely.
You're right. Good point. Like it's so big. I was thinking, because I have a few scripts that I've done, and some of them are definitely like 2D. Like I wouldn't do them 3D because it would be stupid. Like they'll never ever see the light of day if I do it 3D. But 2D, it totally work. And I'm thinking like, wow, like I was gonna pick up was it Crazy Talk Animator, which was another Real Illusion product, and I was just like, wait a minute, I could probably do that in Grease Pencil. And I cut out a Grease Pencil tutorial early on, probably maybe about a year ago or now. That was just some stupid, like, swirly, garbagey looking, but it was fun. I mean, it was a fun motion graphics thing. But it was Grease Pencil. It never took off. But I think that now that a ton of people are coming into it, I think Grease Pencil is worth looking at.
It's got a lot
for
of
the 2D people out there.
There's new stuff coming into Grease Pencil with like all of the different editable splines and recoloring and things. So definitely a good time for Grease Pencil work.
Can you make your mic a bit closer or louder? Or, well, I guess that's it, really.
Good. I've turned him up on mine as well, but my personal level.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Oh,
whoa, that's way better.
A lot better. I just got chills.
Now I need to turn you down a little bit. Hold on. Quick edit.
Now it's radio. It's broadcast quality.
Yeah. Aaron, lovely voice. Right.
Thank you very much.
Oh no, we're going to go into ASMR territory, and we know how that goes. Right. Anyway, on the matter of Grease Pencil, has anyone seen Jama Jurabayev's videos about it, where he's made like an aircraft out of Grease Pencil? Or
he did that dinosaur as well.
Yes, and one that I really liked was he did some greeble detailing on the side of a TIE fighter, I think, and it looked really cool when he did that. Just showing how like you can sketch things out in 3D space using 2D tools, 2D in quote, and then just convert them into like curves, add geometry to them, and then that from a distance it becomes a really high detailed mesh. Of course, you never want to look at it up close because that's gross and like the geometry is going everywhere, but from a distance it looks sick.
It can be done quite stylistically as well. Like on that jet one that he does like the cross hatching to fill in all of the panels.
Yeah.
And it just looks really nice because you get all of these really natural looking ridges. So